Where does that money go? To a black community? And what we want for number 3, protester amnesty? We mean that shit. It's the reason. You cannot tell a protester to stop protesting.
Yep. How you doing? All right. Enjoying the protest?
Just randomly stumbled by.
Yeah. They got about 10 people over there.
By night.
Yeah.
What is this, like a police station or something?
Yeah, it's a police station. Yeah, I just don't want to walk through the crowd and risk getting jumped or getting the cops thinking, or the cops thinking that I'm a protester.
Yeah. I was on that street and I'm like, I think I should avoid that.
Yeah. You never know when they're going to start throwing shit at the cops, and the cops start using flashbangs and shit. I've seen dogs hit with pepper spray. It's nothing nice.
Dogs?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure they panic like crazy. Have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the military when I was younger, and like something that like every recruit has to go through is like you have to be in a room with a bunch of people, and they
Dump
vaporize
gas.
these gas pills into the air. So everybody's like breathing this stuff in for like 5 minutes, and then it's like the most horrible experience in the world. Like the toughest guys like just have like snot coming out of their nose, and they're like crying like babies. And I'm sure a dog probably would think it's dying.
Yeah.
Like we can at least convince ourselves, you know, that we're not dying. A dog wouldn't go through that.
So what's up, dog? What's your dog's name?
Solo.
Hey, Solo. What?
He's kind of weirded out right now. 'Cause we're on the wrong side of town, and we've been walking for a couple hours.
Oh yeah.
He has no idea where we are. I heard him saying like white people probably like 10 blocks away, and I'm like, that's when I'm like, I think I'll avoid this.
White people about 10 blocks
Like, I
away.
just heard like blah 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 blah, white people blah blah blah. That's all I could hear, but I'm like, I'm not sure what they're saying, but
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go the other way.
Well, I walked by there. There was like 10 people, but I walked on the other side.
Yeah.
They quieted up like church mice when I walked by. Then I go walking up here and I see this one lady walking down. She just gives me the nastiest of looks.
It's a weird dynamic for sure. It'll make
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
I'm conservative, and I flat out said I don't support Black Lives Matter. And the reason why I don't support it is it's a Marxist organization. The leaders are Marxists. They want a Marxist government. And Marxism is communism. Plain and simple.
It's like when you say something like Black Lives Matter, it's like you better really like mean it and not turn it into like some like cheap slogan, you know. And I think that's kind of what they do.
Yeah. They represent a small portion of the blacks. I've seen a lot of blacks really don't like their organization because they disagree with burning and breaking of windows and stuff like that. And they're not just hitting
Like nobody wants that in their neighborhood.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sitting there saying, well, we're going to represent black lives by breaking windows, attacking people, and stuff like that.
So it's funny. I've lived in like quite a few cities over the year, and I've never really gotten along with cops like at all because they always seem to like bug you for no great reason. Except Portland cops are like the coolest ones I've ever met in my life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. They get more shit than just like almost any cops in any place.
Yeah. They're also having more cops than any other place except Seattle quit.
Yeah.
Seattle cops got a little bit worse, but not much. They still don't have support from the leadership. They don't have support from city council.
Portland like leadership seems to like they seem to finally starting to like support them a little bit more. Just because they realized the way this was going was a bit too ugly.
Yeah.
Like at first they kind of they were kind of jackasses about it and trying to like mitigate the violence by like giving in a little bit, but they figured out pretty quick that wasn't going to work out.
No. Our government for years has had a rule that don't negotiate with terrorists. You can't negotiate with them. You know? And they're like, well, defund the police. I go, well, that sounds cool. You know the problem with that is instead of defunding them, you need to put more funds into their training. You know, put more cops on walking beats. But the more you try to burn down their police buildings, the more you launch huge protests against the cops and stuff like that, then that's less money they got spent on other things.
I'd say take at least half of them off of traffic duty.
All of them are off traffic now.
Are they? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they got rid of traffic. The only traffic that they have now is when the chief calls them in to do certain things.
Portland is like the slowest driving city I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
They don't really need traffic cops.
Oh yeah, they do.
You think they do need traffic cops?
Yep.
Yeah. I say take the traffic cops and put them on put them in the neighborhoods that need them.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with traffic cops is they investigate fatal accidents.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that makes sense.
you
But
know, and if you took all the cops and said you're not going to enforce traffic laws, you'd have people doing 80 miles an hour down MLK. And
well, they have cameras everywhere now, so you don't
yeah.
have to worry about that much. I learned that fairly recently, that there's a lot more traffic cameras than there used to be.
Oh yeah.
That keeps me going slow more than anything, jerks.
Mhm.
I mean, I was never really going fast, but when you get a ticket for going 7 over, that's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Where did you get that at?
I got one in Tigard, I got one in Portland, and I got one in
7 over. Where were you speeding at?
this was